Hello again. This is the last activity. I hope you've had a fun day. This activity is about sinking or floating, and in the story the ugly duckling was on the pond, and so the duck can float. So I have a jug of water. You can use whatever you like. You can do this on the floor, you can do it outside, you can do it on your balcony, you can do it in the bath. Your child could be in the bath and you could have a small container in the bath with them, or they could be in the bath having their bath and you could see what sinks or floats. And then just get some objects that you don't mind getting wet. I've got a cork, I've got a little wooden animal, I've got a rubber, a pencil sharpener, a bulldog clip, you might have a paper clip, anything that's going to fit. So I'm going to provide this for you that you can print at home, or you can just write it out on a bit of paper, or a whiteboard, or a chalkboard, whatever you like. So we've got a column for the objects that you're going to use. So you can either write the objects, the children can write the objects, you could draw the objects, you can draw a picture of a cork. Or you could write cork. Cork's a tricky word, isn't it? It's got two different k sounds. K, o, k. They sound the same, but they're two different k sounds. So that's a bit tricky, that one. Okay, so you write your objects. And then in the second column, you will circle your prediction. You're going to hypothesize. What's going to happen? You're going to look at your object. You're going to guess if you think this will sink or float. And then you circle. So if you think it will sink, you circle sink, or you colour sink. And you do that with all of your objects. And then you do the test. So let's use the cork. What do you think will happen to the cork? Will it sink? So sink means to go down to the bottom, to disappear under the water. Doesn't really disappear because you can see it. Or will it float, which means it will sit on top of the water? So what do you think will happen to this cork? Shall we see? Ready? Oh, you can see it, can't you? It's still at the top. It's on top of the water. So that means it's floating. Did you guess right? So then in the last column, you're going to put what actually happened. You're going to put your answer of the results. So you will say that it floated. And then you can compare if you were right or not. And if you didn't get it right, maybe you can discuss why you thought. So if you thought the cork would sink, what was it about the cork that made you think it would sink? And we have to remember that it's not about how heavy the object is. And it's not about the size of the object. It can be a bit tricky, and you don't have to get too complicated about it, but it is important that we don't focus on heavy things sink and light things float, because that is not always the case. So what will happen if I push the cork in? Then will it sink? So it's down at the bottom. Is it going to stay there? Let's see. Oh, did you see that? Almost stuck to my finger. Let's try again. Maybe my finger brought it up. Let's see. Ready? No, it does not want to stay down. It is floating. No doubt about it. So have a go and yeah, have fun.